Hey guys, so far we discussed finding Z transform in the sense given x of n we used to find x of z, okay, converting from time domain to z domain. So from this video we will start inverse Z transform, where in this case they will give you x of z, it is in z domain. Now I need to find its equivalent time domain sequence. Okay, given x of z I need to find x of n. So okay, the first problem is x of z is equal to z divided by z minus 0.9, and how to find inverse Z transform for two cases of ROC. First case is for ROC magnitude of z is 0.9, and second case for ROC magnitude of z is less than 0.9. Okay, before we approach the problem, we will see what does it mean. Magnitude of z is greater than 0.9. It is in the sense I have one pole at 0.9, and it is a circle with radius 0.9. So this is real part of z and this is imaginary part of z. So it is outside, right? So I have only one pole here, in the sense I have only one circle, or if I can say in terms of sequence, I have only one sequence here. Okay, one infinite length sequence. So it is a right sided sequence. Why did I say it is a right sided sequence? Because it is outside the circle with radius 0.9. Fine. So similarly, what about magnitude of z is less than 0.9? So I have a circle with radius 0.9 and its ROC is inside, right? So this is real part of z and this is imaginary part of z. So in the first case, the sequence is infinite length right sided sequence. In the second case, sequence is infinite length left sided sequence. Okay, how did I say that? Because if the ROC is outside the circle, it is right sided sequence. If the ROC is inside the circle with radius some value, it is left sided sequence. Fine. So we discussed it in detail in the introduction part of Z transform. So solution, we'll try to solve this problem. Fine. Okay, what is the Z transform of a power n u of n? It is z divided by z minus a, right? With ROC magnitude of z is greater than magnitude of a. Okay, so similarly, if this is the case, what is the inverse Z transform of z divided by z minus a with ROC magnitude of z is greater than magnitude of a? Did you get my question? So what is the inverse Z transform of z divided by z minus a if ROC is greater than a? It is nothing but what? A power n u of n, right? If ROC is greater than a. What if ROC is magnitude of z is less than magnitude of a? If that is the case, what is the inverse Z transform? Inverse Z transform will be minus a power n u of minus n minus 1. So for the same Z transform, its inverse Z transform depends upon its ROC. Okay, if ROC is greater than a, in the sense if the ROC is outside the outermost circle, it is a right sided sequence which is a power n u of n. If the ROC is inside the innermost circle, it is a left sided sequence which is in the form of minus b power n u of minus n minus 1. Okay, here I did not put b, so I am writing it in terms of a. Fine. Okay, now so taking the inverse transform in this case is easy. So x of n is equal to, it is of the form of z divided by z minus a. So for the first case, ROC magnitude of z is greater than 0.9. This is what? This is in the case of what? Magnitude of z is greater than 0.9, right? So it is a right sided sequence. So it is a power n u of n, which is nothing but 0.9 power n u of n. So this is the inverse Z transform. In the second case, what is the second case of ROC? Magnitude of z is less than 0.9. In that case, what is the inverse Z transform? It is minus 0.9 power n u of minus n minus 1. So this is the inverse Z transform for the ROC less than 0.9. So previous problem was it was just one infinite length sequence. Now we will see the problem is x of z is equal to z divided by 3z square minus 4z plus 1. I need to find inverse Z transform of this with different ROCs. For first ROC is magnitude of z is greater than 1. Second ROC is magnitude of z is less than 1 by 3. And third ROC is magnitude of z is in between 1 by 3 and 1. Okay. So before we approach or before we solve the problem, we'll see what's happening in ROC. What is this case? So basically, I have a circle with radius 1 and it is outside. Okay, this is the ROC, and second part ROC is what? I have a circle with radius 1 by 3 and it is inside. Okay, the third case, I have two circle. One is at 1 by 3 pole and the other one is at pole 1. So, and it is in between 1 by 3 and 1. So, these are the three ROCs we have to get inverse Z transform of this sequence. So, we will see one by one. Okay. So, first step I need to do is I need to bring this in the form of x of z by z. Okay, before that, make sure that all the powers in the right hand side is positive in the z. Okay, if any one of if the power is actually negative, you have to convert it to positive. That we shall see in the later problems when we get it. So here we are in the safer side because all the power of z is in positive, so we can proceed. That is the first thing. I have to convert the power of z, everything should to be positive. Okay, now second step is, so I have to bring the left hand side in the form of x of z by z. Make sure that left hand side is x of z by z. Okay, if this is x of z and if I take this z to the other side, so I end up with 1 divided by 3 into z square minus 4z plus 1. And now factor O is the denominator. X of z by z is equal to 1 divided by if you solve this equation, factorize it, it's a second order equation, right? If you can do it in your calculator. So if I solve this, I have two poles here. One is at z equal to 1. If I put z equal to 1, this goes to 0. The other one is at z equal to 1 by 3. So if I put z equal to 1 by 3, this goes to 0. Okay. Now mind you, you usually do this mistake. So you have to see what is the coefficient of highest power. Coefficient of highest power is 3, right? So you have to put 1 3 here. Otherwise this factorization becomes wrong. If you multiply this, okay, and solve it, you should end back with this equation. If you don't put this 3 here, if you solve this, you won't get this equation. Okay, so always make sure that what is the coefficient of highest power of z. Here it is 3, so I have put 3 here. If you had 2 here, you have to put 2 here. If you have nothing here, if it is just z square minus 4z plus 1, so it is just z minus it is 1. This will be 1 actually. I repeat again, because you people do this mistake. See what is the coefficient of highest power of z. Here it is 3, so I have put 3 here. So don't do this mistake. Okay. Okay. So now I have to perform the partial fraction expansion. How do we perform the partial fraction expansion? This is nothing but x of z by z is equal to, so I can split it into a divided by z minus 1 plus b divided by z minus 1 by 3. Okay, now I need to find the value of a and b. What is the formula to find value of a and b? Where a is equal to, so the denominator of a is what? Z minus 1 into x of z by z, this equation, okay, into x of z by z at, so for what value of z this becomes 0, it is at z equal to 1. Okay. Similarly, b, what is the formula for b? The same procedure. The denominator of b, which is z minus 1 by 3 into x of z by z, at z equal to, this is for what value of z this goes to 0, it is 1 by 3. So this is a formula to find a and this is a formula to find b. So in every problem we follow the same formula. We have some more methods to find a and b. You can use that. if you are used to with that kind of solving a and b, you can use that, but I am used to this. I am comfortable with this method, so I am solving this method. Okay, fine. So what do I have? Z minus 1 into, what is x of z by z? X of z by z is this equation, so which is 1 divided by 3 into z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3, right? At what? Z equal to 1. So z minus 1 cancels out. So a is equal to what? 1 divided by 3 into z, you have to put 1 minus 1 by 3. So this is equal to 1 divided by 3 into, so this is 3 minus 1 by 3. So 3 cancels out. This is equal to 1 by 2. So value of a is 1 by 2. So similarly b, so z minus 1 by 3 into x of z by z. X of z by z is this, 1 divided by 3 into z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3 at z equal to what? 1 by 3. So z minus 1 by 3, z minus 1 by 3 cancels out. So I end up with b is equal to 1 divided by 3 into 1 by 3 minus 1. So this is equal to 1 divided by 3 into 2 minus 1. Sorry. So 1 minus 3, because I have to multiply 3 by 3 here, right? So this is equal to 3 cancels out. This is minus 2 minus 1 by 2. So b is equal to minus 1 by 2. So a value we get 1 by 2, b value we get minus 1 by 2. So whatever the method you solve for to find a and b, the values of a and b should be the same. Okay. Now, so once we got a value of a and b, we have to use this equation to plug those values of a and b. Okay. So what do we have? X of z by z is equal to a divided by z minus 1, a divided by z minus 1 plus b divided by z minus 1 by 3, right? B divided by z minus 1 by 3. Fine. So we'll put those values of a and b. X of z by z is what? A is 1 by 2 divided by z minus 1 plus b is minus 1 by 2 divided by z minus 1 by 3. Now I'll take this z to the other side. That is the reason I told you initially that you have to bring it in the form of x of z by z, so that I can use the standard form of z divided by z minus a. Okay. So if I take this z to the right hand side, x of z is equal to what? So 1 by 2 into z divided by z minus 1 minus, because this is minus, 1 by 2 into, so another z divided by z minus 1 by 3. So I took this z to the right hand side. So this z goes here as well as goes here, right? Okay. Now for the first case, what is the first case of ROC? Magnitude of z is what? Magnitude of z is greater than 1, right? Magnitude of z is greater than 1. So how many poles are there? 2 poles are there, 1 and 1 by 3. So this is 1 by 3 and this is 1. Okay. In order to satisfy this ROC, which is magnitude of z is greater than 1, so the inner circles should be also right-sided sequence, which should be outside, and the outer circle should be also right-sided sequence, which is outside. Then only the intersection of both the sequence will be outside the outermost circle, right? Which is 1. Okay. So the sequence of pole of 1 by 3, which is this also should be right-sided sequence, so that it is something like this. And the outermost circle pole is 1, and this should be also right-sided sequence, so that it is outside the circle. So if both are outside, the intersection will be outside the outermost circle, which is 1. Fine. So therefore for this also should be right-sided sequence, and this also should be right-sided sequence. So if I take inverse Z transform, what do I get? X of n is equal to 1 by 2 into, what is the inverse Z transform of this for a right-sided sequence? It is what? U of n, right? Correct now? So Z transform of, what is the Z transform of U of n? It is Z divided by Z minus 1. For magnitude of Z is greater than 1. What is the Z transform of U of n? For magnitude of Z is less than 1, it is sorry, for magnitude of z is less than 1, what is the inverse z transform? It is minus of u of minus n minus 1. Okay. Now since I am talking about greater than right sided sequence, so it is u of n. So minus 1 by 2 into, what is the inverse z transform for right sided sequence for this? It is z by z minus a form. It is 1 by 3 a power n u of n. So 1 by 3 power n u of n. So this satisfies outside the outermost circle. Okay. Now second case, what is the second case? Magnitude of z is less than 1 by 3, right? So what is the condition here? I mean, it should be inside the innermost circle, correct? No. So for inside the innermost circle, I have two circle because I have two pole. Inner pole is 3, outer pole is 1. So it should be inside the innermost circle. So for what kind of sequence of these two I get inside the innermost circle? So for 1 by 3 circle also it should be inside. For radius of one circle also it should be inside. Then only the intersection of those two will be inside the innermost circle. Okay. So this also should be left sided sequence and this also should be left sided sequence. Fine. So what happens to inverse Z transform? If this is a left sided sequence, it is 1 by 2 into, what is the inverse Z transform of this for a left sided sequence? I have positive, so I have to write negative, minus of u of minus n minus 1. Since it's a left sided sequence, so this is negative, so I have to write positive 1 by 2 times, so it is 1 by 3 power n u of minus n minus 1. Both are left sided sequence. Okay. So how did I write this? Because minus z transform of minus b power n u of minus n minus 1 is what? Z u by z minus b, right? With magnitude of z is less than magnitude of b. So apply this result. Okay. This is a infinite length left sided sequence. So since I am taking inverse z transform, I am converting from this to this, from this to time domain, from this to time domain. Okay. Now the last case, third case, magnitude of z should be in between greater than 1 by 3 and less than 1, right? Yes, greater than 1 by 3 and less than 1. So in this case, one sequence has to be right sided, the other sequence has to be left sided, so that both will be in between 1 by 3 and 1, correct? No. So this is actually 1 by 3 pole, this is actually first pole. So 1 by 3 poles, 1 by 3 circle should be outside. In the sense, this should be right sided sequence. So this sequence should be right sided sequence. Okay. And the pole corresponds to 1. This sequence should be inside, so that the intersection will be in between 1 by 3 and 1. Okay. So 1 corresponds to this, right? So this should be inside. So this should be left sided. Okay. And this should be right sided. Fine. So what do we have? X of n is equal to, so this should be left sided sequence because corresponds to one pole. So this should be inside, so left sided sequence. So minus of, why did I write minus? Because it's a left sided sequence, no? So 1 by 2 into u of minus n minus 1, and this should be right sided sequence. So since it is a right sided sequence, so I have to return minus as it is. 1 by 2 into, so what is right sided sequence inverse Z transform? It is a power n u of n, which is nothing but 1 by 3 power n u of n. So this, to understand the concept might feel difficult. If you are feeling difficult to understand concept, so go through the Z transform from the beginning of my lecture video. I have spoke something about the Z transform there, Z transform and ROC there. If you understand that concept, you can understand these concepts. Okay.